Hi guys, my name is Gerald from Trading Waves. Welcome to today's short video where we are looking at New Zealand Swiss franc. And from the lows of March 2020, which is here, or this point here, we see a series of a high, a low, a higher high, a higher low. And we expect another higher high, another higher low. All right, so in other words, we are seeing a bullish sequence. So from this low here, which is what I'm going to show in my next time frame on the 1 hourly, lower than that, we'll be looking for or looking at this structure and that structure and that one and that one, whether it is going to just form a high, a low, a higher high, a low, and a higher high from here and a low, or whether it's going to play out in a slightly different way. Right, let's take a look on the 1 hourly without any waste of time, and bring up some labels on one of the possible views from this low here. This low would have been the low of August 20th, right? Where we propose a wave 2 to have completed in the yellow degree there, right? And what we are looking for is, since this high and that low and that high and that low, what we're looking for is another higher high that would be followed by another higher low, and so on and so forth, as I said. However, one can look at this as a 1 from this low here, and this as a possible running flat correction, which doesn't change the bias that we are expecting a higher high and a higher low at this point, right? However, one can also look at it as a 1 like this, but looking at this as a possible expanding flat correction, in which case then we would expect more downside to break below this red dotted line here, or this low here, before we can see a continuation to the upside, right? And when one looks at the internals of each one of the pullbacks, from this low here, we have a 1. The internals of this pullback here is 11 swings, at least on the basis of this view that's presented here, where we have a W, X, Y, X, Z, 11 swings. And the internals of the next pullback from this low here, we have that impulse. And the internals of this one are also W, X, Y, XZ, which is also 11 swings. And if that is correct, then the first alternative is likely going to play out. That from here, we can just see a move to the upside. However, that's not absolute, as we may know, that the market has got no absolutes or guarantees. It may still give us the expanding flat correction in this corrective structure there, with the wave 2 now coming to that area before we can see a move to the upside. Okay. All right, so that's our view on New Zealand Swiss franc, our short-term view on New Zealand Swiss franc. We hope you enjoy watching the video. Cheers.